What is up, everybody? It's ABO213 back here with another video, and today I will be doing a career resim of Steven Jackson. And Steven Jackson is one of those players that I've always liked. He's just kind of an odd one, like Marquise Colston for me, Mushin Muhammad, people like that. Just random players that I'm like, I really like that player. So I decided, I really like him, so let's do a career resim for him. And I got his stats from Madden 08, so this would be rookie Steven Jackson, and I accidentally put him over an elusive back, so that's his archetype. But all of his stats are from Madden 08. So what I'm going to do is just watch him get drafted, see all of his accolades, like his Pro Bowls, see how many playoff wins he can get, if he can win a ring, see how many times he'll lead the NFL in a stat, and just see overall how his career turns out and see if it'll be better or worse than how he turned out in real life. And now, let's go and see where he gets drafted to. I don't think I mentioned this, but I just randomly chose the Packers. I've already put all of the stuff on automation, or just so I don't mess with the team or anything. All the re-signing players, the off-season, the drafting after this, it'll all just be automated because I don't want to screw them over. And he's gone. Okay. Well, since I'm an idiot and accidentally hit sim to next user pick instead of seeing what team he is to go to, I now have to simulate the entire draft just to find out where he went to. There he is. Okay, Steven Jackson ends up going to the Seattle Seahawks. And yeah, the game wasn't really too nice with his overall. I just put in the attributes that he had, like the stats from Madden 08, like how I did with the Falcons 07-08. I just put in their stats, not their overalls. He was an 80 overall, I believe, in Madden 08. But here, they did not really like him, put him at 69, but, just kind of solid stats. Like I said, his archetype should not be elusive. I screwed up on that part. My bad, but now we just have to see how his career turned out. Let's see how his rookie year ends up being. Alright, in his rookie year, we have to find out two things. Did he play, and did Seattle? Yep, Seattle made the playoffs. That's a beautiful sign. Because usually when I try to do these, they turn out horribly and end up getting scrapped, like that Calvin Johnson one that'll never see the light of day. I simmed his entire career, and pretty much nothing happened, so I'm just like, this is so boring, no one wants to watch this. Steven Jackson had only 2 more rushing attempts than Russell Wilson, kind of scary, for 282 yards and 8 touchdowns. Wow. Very good. Okay, Seattle just had the best run defense or rushing attack in the league. 12-6, 8-6. Wow. They had 3 running backs with at least 6 touchdowns. That's insane. Crazy. I just need to slow down. So, alright rookie year, just being a backup. He didn't fumble. That's great. Only in 15 games as well. He got 8 touchdowns in only 15. But this is gonna kind of suck because he's going to back up Chris Carson unless he can end up getting better than Chris Carson, or Chris Carson deciding to leave, or he decides to leave. But I just hope he gets his chance to shine because, he's proving to be very good as a backup if they need him. And Seattle does end up winning, beating the 6th-seeded Panthers. This is already off to a way better start than any of the other career sims. First season, he wins a playoff game. Where? Oh, okay. Seattle has Devontae Adams, but he had no attempts, no yards, no nothing. So he didn't contribute, but at least they won. And I was not expecting to see Devontae Adams. That's kind of crazy. So this team got even better, actually. Wow. Shout out to Pete Carroll, improving your team and getting the best receiver in the league on this team somehow, but he did it. Maybe he'll actually win a ring. Oh, no, they lose to New Orleans, of course. I had to say something. The Bengals just shut out the Patriots. I'm just looking at that over there, but maybe he got a rushing attempt or 2 in this game. No. Once again, did not touch the ball. Didn't do anything. Well, at least he won a playoff game in year 1. He didn't get a single touch, but I'd rather have I don't know. I wish he would. I kind of want him just to do good and win the Super Bowl, so this video like has meaning. Alright, that was a solid start to season number 1. So, hopefully season 2 will go even better and they can end it with a Super Bowl. Let's see, did Seattle rekindle the magic they had and make the playoffs? Yes, they did 6th seed this time, but they're here. I think I've done 3. This will be the 3rd resim if you're not counting the failed attempt at the Calvin Johnson one, where I had to record it all over again because my mic wasn't on. This is the first time the player has ever made the playoffs 2 consecutive years in a row. That is depressing. It's happened 2 times and I've done 3 of them. Steven Jackson this year had 131 carries, 418 yards, and 8 touchdowns again. Once again, no fumbles, so still just incredibly solid. I mean, if he already has 8 rushing touchdowns, 400 yards on 100 carries, just imagine what he can do as a starter. So hopefully at his rookie deal, either Chris Carson leaves or he can get an opportunity to be the starting back somewhere that really needs one. And I did not check last season, but he did not win the Offensive Rookie of the Year. Was he even on the list for the Offensive Player? No. Seattle beat San Francisco, the upset, the 6 versus the 3, and then they go on to face the number 1 seeded Dallas Cowboys, which is something you will only see in a Madden simulation. The Cowboys being good. What is this, the 90s? Steven Jackson was actually not really the main back, but split carries with Chris Carson. 10 for 39, 3.9 yards per carry. That's just solid game. Him and Chris Carson, just good split back there. Hey, at least he got a touch. That's happy. I'm happy about that, because last season he didn't get 1 carry in the playoffs at all. So at least this time he's getting to touch the ball. Now, will this be one of the biggest upsets in a while? The number 6th seeded Seahawks versus the number 1 Dallas Cowboys. And no. Oh, they got annihilated. Oh, Dallas had 544 offensive yards to our 200. We had 38 rushing yards that game. Okay. Oh, Zeke just ran all over us. We let their backup have 2 touchdowns on us. That's depressing. Steven Jackson, 4 attempts for 20 yards, 5 yards a carry. I mean, yeah, once again, he got carries, but our rushing attack just sucked. There's no other way to put that. Just, we got stomped because of our rushing attack. Failing horribly. But, there's always next season, season 3. Well, okay, the Packers actually made... Oh, wait, no. I was about to say the Packers made the playoffs, but no. I can just... Oh my god, EA. Really? This has happened 3 times when I've tried to do these stupid simulations. 3. Fix your damn game, EA. This is just a franchise single player that forces me to sit here and wait for like 3 to 5 minutes just for your stupid game to let me back in. All I'm doing is simulating. It's not that complicated, EA. And Seattle makes the playoffs, 6th seed again. And this is a new record for me. 3 years in a row, they've made the playoffs. That is how unlucky I've been with these simulations that I've tried to do. I mean, really, it's whatever. I just have to accept that he's able to make the playoffs consistently with a team that is good. That's all I want. A solid team makes the playoffs, can make a push for the Super Bowl, and this player to do good. This season, Steven Jackson had 149 carries, 529 yards, and 9 touchdowns. So, always in that range of about 150 carries, 3 to 500 yards, and 8 to 9 touchdowns so far. His numbers keep going up. Still no fumbles. That's very good. This is looking very promising right now. Very good backup. Good team. I mean, those are pretty much the keys to success, or at least all you need. And now, can they please win? Yes, they do. They beat Atlanta. Barely, but they beat them. I think this is also a new record, actually. 2 playoff wins. So, it's another depressing record. Oh, Steven Jackson had 15 carries, 57 yards, 3.8 yards per carries, no touchdowns, no fumbles. He just did what he needed to, ran the ball, and got yardage. But, yeah, what I was trying to say is I think this is also a new record of 2 playoff wins in the entire simulation. Not back-to-back, just total. But maybe that just means it'll keep going up from here. I mean, 2's a low number. It can always just keep climbing and climbing, set new expectations. Maybe everyone after this will just get better, and they lost. Of course. Well, oh, Carolina doubled their yardage about. C-Mac had a good game. Chuba, of course. Steven Jackson had, no, there he is. He actually had a touchdown. 4 carries, 14 yards, 3.5 yards per carries, 1 touchdown. If I'm correct, that's his first postseason touchdown, which, it's a start. I mean, you gotta start somewhere. But they need to get past the second round. I mean, come on. 3 straight years, 3 straight losses. I'm pretty sure 2 of them are to Carolina. And Carolina's in the Super Bowl, of course. Why wouldn't they be? Fortunately, no Pro Bowl for him. And now, let's kick this. As long as EA does not kick me out of franchise, we can go over to Season 4, which potentially is when he can leave. This will be the last season of his rookie deal. He can decide to head to a contender, re-sign with the team, or try and go be a starter for a team that needs him. Season number 4, 4th year in a row for Seattle. And no, Carolina's the first seed, but Seattle misses the playoffs, surprisingly. Well, I messed up, and he's gone. So I'm going to have to quickly go throughout the entire NFL and see where he ends up. Or ended up, actually. Okay, he is a free agent. Okay, I have solved the mystery. He is a free agent. And now what I'm actually going to do is not look at his ratings. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to sign him to a contract just because I want him to stay on this team. And then I'll have to just make sure he gets re-signed. But I think what I'm going to do is keep signing him to 1-year deals because... Or actually... Yeah, I'll just re-sign him. If he goes into free agency next year and doesn't get signed by a team, what I'm going to do is just re-sign him on like a 7-year deal, just so he stays on the team and he can actually like get stats and doesn't rot away in free agency. So that's kind of surprising there, that he just got released into free agency, or he became a free agent and no one signed him. Well, at least he's on my team now, I guess. That's kind of cool. Does he have his rushing stats? Yes, 66 carries, 2 touchdowns, no fumbles, 193 yards. Okay. Only played 9 games, so... This is the first time that's ever happened. He got released, or... He went into free agency and no one signed him. So I believe this will be season number 5, and then we'll see if he gets re-signed by the Packers, goes to another team, or just stays in free agency. Well, I just saw, I don't know why I didn't just check. Seattle made the playoffs, but unfortunately he's on Green Bay. And Carolina and the Chiefs have been dominating the NFL. But yes, 3-14, beautiful. Really looks like the post-Aaron Rodgers era will work out beautifully for Green Bay here. Oh, well, we don't have Jordan Love anymore, actually. We have this dude, who was solid. Okay, yeah, he's going to back up Aaron Jones, but 126, 413 yards. I think it's his first career fumble, actually, with 1 touchdown. So, very, 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 very heavy decline from his Seattle days. But, I mean, it's okay. I'm just going to do a quick checkup on his career stats, and I've not been looking at, like, the Pro Bowl, or I have been looking at the Pro Bowl, like the MVP race or the Offensive Player of the Year, just because he's been a backup, and he's not going to make any of them. But so far in his career, 5 years, he has 560 carries, 1,800 yards, 28 touchdowns to 1 fumble. Very good for being a full-time backup. In the offseason to see if he got signed or he got banished to free agency. And they actually did retain him. I'm honestly kind of surprised they decided to re-sign him, but as long as they do not cut him before the season starts, oh, why not? I'll just give him those 2 upgrades. Oh, unfortunately, he's down 3 overalls from due to morale. Yeah, it doesn't look like he's very happy. And I tried to get Steven Jackson, but, like, all the face scans? I'm not really sure, they just suck in this game. They're not really good at all. They ended up re-signing him to a 3-year deal. Very nice. Very nice. But 3-year deal, $7 million. Okay, so he's here to stay. That's good. Steven Jackson will not be going anywhere unless he gets traded at least for the next 3 years. I guess 2 years, because whatever. He'll stay in Green Bay for the next 2 years at least. Now, season number 6, 7? Whatever. That's whatever number that is, because I've lost count. That's the season we're going into. Oh my god, bro, twice? Really? Really? No, I don't want to sim. Oh my god. Twice? EA. Oh my god. People try to defend this game. They really do. Okay, are the standings gonna appear? Come on, you can do it, game. Okay, fine. It's not going to appear. Okay, fine. This game does not work properly. Okay, the Jets are good. Let me guess, did we suck again? Yep, 3 and... Great. This is usually how the other simulations go. Either 3 wins, or in case in the Falcons one I did, it was in Madden 21 before the extra game added, so they were just 4 and 12. Pretty much the entire thing, 4 and 12. Missed the playoffs, 4 and 12. So, I know that all too well, of only 3 to 4 wins in a season. Steven Jackson, 84 attempts, 298 yards, 6 touchdowns, no fumbles. There you go. He had the same amount of touchdowns that Aaron Jones had. But I guess in Madden and in real life, they do, when they're in the red zone, they'll hand it to the backup running back a bunch, so that probably explains why he's getting so many touchdowns, because I had one sim where, I think it was A.J. Dillon, the backup had like 17 rushing touchdowns for Green Bay. Maybe this season, Green Bay will actually win more than 3 games. So, we can go to the playoffs, get a win, and get another ring for Green Bay, and Steven Jackson, his first ever ring. Just tell me if you want to... Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Three times. This is the 3rd time this video it's happened. How and why? Oh my god, EA. It still baffles me people will defend this company and this game. It baffles me. That's an ESPN stat for you. Most rushing attempts by a player without a 60-plus yard run. I mean, like, 4 and 13. Beautiful. Missing the playoffs. Again, apparently Seattle not re-signing him was a big mistake for everyone. 7 wins in 2 years in an 18-game season, or 17-game season. And he's gone. He's gone. Well, alright then. So is Aaron Jones. That means they traded him or released him. So I'm going to go look in the transaction log and see if he was traded, and then go to free agency to see if he ended up getting cut. There's no way he just up and retired, is there? There's no way. I mean, I really don't blame him if he did, but... okay, I guess I'm going to go check free agency, and if he didn't, he just retired. Which will be very anticlimactic. So I hope he, for the sake of just this video, myself, and this attempt, because this may not even see the light of day, I don't know. Hopefully he is here in free agency. Okay. He's not in free agency. Now let's hope he's on a roster. Oh, there he is. Okay, I almost missed him. Okay, he's on Miami. Wow, I'm just lucky I was able to find him. I almost passed right over him. Well, he has now been degraded to being a ultimate backup. He is now the third string. Okay, so that year with Miami, yeah, just utter backup. 80 yards, 0 touchdowns, no fumbles yet again. He only has 1 career fumble, which is very good, actually. But yeah, those touchdowns are very solid for being a backup, but they're most likely going to take a dive in Miami, considering he's a third string, and a 3-year deal. Okay. So did he get traded to Miami, and it just wasn't in the traded thing? I don't know how this game works, but, well, Steven Jackson is now a Miami Dolphin. And this is also the first time in one of these career sims that the player has gone to multiple teams and not just stayed on one and rotted away the entire time. So did Miami make the playoffs, actually? We need to be looking for Miami? Yes, the 4th seed, okay. He took a break from the playoffs because he joined Green Bay and Seattle there. But maybe he needed a change of scenery. Maybe he just needed to be in the AFC. That's all he needed. No. They got stomped. They got curb stomped by Pittsburgh. Yep. Okay. Tua's still the starter here. Interesting. And 2 carries, 2 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a stat line. 2 attempts, 2 rushing yards, 1 yard per carry, 2 touchdowns. Alright, I think he now has 3 career postseason touchdowns, I guess. It's nice to see a little bit of success. Even though I wouldn't call that success, losing by 20 points and getting 2 carries. But, hey, maybe Miami will trade one of their players away so he can just decide to be amazing. Well, oh, okay. Miami, hello, come on, do it, Miami, you got this. Make the Super Bowl. Missed the playoffs entirely. You know, I didn't think about that option. I didn't like that option, but I guess that's the option they chose. Okay, Green Bay, can you win some games? You have gone you have won 3 games in, what, 4 seasons? 5 seasons total? They've won only, like, 3 games? They suck. Okay, at least Miami just missed out on the playoffs. Okay, I'm fine with that. However, I'm not fine with losing the last 4 games of the season. I'm not fine with that at all. You know, him going to Miami actually makes me think, a Reggie Bush one of this would be interesting. If I could do Reggie Bush, because he went to the Dolphins, I guess, and he's cool. Maybe he would do something because he'd have very, very high speed, and Madden loves speed. Are you kidding me? Is he... Oh, come on, please. Still be there, please. No. Awesome. Well, that means he is not on the Dolphins anymore. So he got cut. Most likely. Once again, I'll check the trade log, see where he ended up. I mean, at least this is, like, interesting with how he's going to different teams, because every single other one I've done, they've just stayed on one team, lost their entire career, and retired worse than they did in real life. Oh, there he is. He's a free agent. Okay. I'm going to sim until the end of off season. That's what it's called, the end of the off season, to see. And if he is still not signed, I will just end up signing him myself. Because once again, I just don't want to let him rot in free agency. No one deserves that. Still crazy, he's not found a starting job yet. He backed up those two made-up running backs. He backed up Aaron Jones and Chris Carson. And he was the best backing up Chris Carson, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have that setting to where... You know what? The Packers are already worse enough. I'm just going to turn that setting back on so I can just look and see at the free agency. So it'll kind of make them worse, but... I mean, they can't get much worse. They can only lose 3 more games, so... What am I looking for? Trades and free agency. Manual, sure. Okay. That should be all I needed to change. I think it's kind of dumb how if you have that set to auto, you can't even look at the free agents or anything. We have all the cap room in the world. I guess just nothing to do with it. Steven Jackson, is he there? And if he is, I'm just going to give him... Yep, okay. I'm just going to give him a 7-year... Yeah, screw it. You're going to get a 7-year deal, and you're going to like it. You're going to take it. Unless anyone offers him a better deal, he'll just be on Green Bay. Maybe be a starter, I hope. Maybe make his first ever Pro Bowl, or do something with his career, and not have it wasted as a backup. And I'm not really sure when he's going to retire, so I'm going to look at the career stats every season just so you can get an update on it. Just to see how his career's turned out. And being a backup, not really that good whatsoever. I still think the most impressive thing is the 1 fumble. Well, alright, on to... I've lost count. What is this, season number 8? Maybe 9? Whatever, that's the next season we're going to. Did he actually have any rushing stats? No. Okay. Yep, no, nothing. Alright. So now, time to go to next season that will appear somewhere on the screen. That's the season we're going to. And maybe Steven Jackson can be the starter and turn this trash team around into a contender. Oh, well, should have paid attention. He's on Green Bay. We went 1-6. Well, the thing I said about getting worse... Yeah, 1-16, really. Okay. This happens every time, I swear. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how Matt LaFleur still has a job. There's no way they released him. There's no way. Oh my god, could this go any worse? He keeps getting released, and the teams keep sucking. I'm honestly just about to put him in an X Factor just so they won't release him. Okay, is he in free agency? You know, honestly, I should have just gave him the max contract just to screw with this team, so they're just forced to suffer. I can already tell you he didn't make a Pro Bowl since he got cut, so... I might do a wide receiver since the Calvin video got scrapped. If there's any specific player you want to see, I guess just you can say down in the comments below. I'll think about doing it. Kicker, I don't care, I'll do it. Even O-lineman. It'll be very, very boring, but I can do an O-lineman. This is the second time this man has got released by the Packers. I think it has. I think he either got traded to the Dolphins, or... I think he got traded because he had the same exact deal that he had on the Packers with Miami. So they either signed him to the exact same deal, or he got traded. His career has been a roller coaster. From being a backup, having a solid career, building up as a backup to one day be a starter, to being cut, then to being cut as a backup, and then re-signed, cut, I think traded to the Dolphins as a third string, then brought back to the Packers as a second string just to get released there as well. There he is, okay. Well, you're still getting re-signed. Take a 2-year deal, I guess. I'll give you money. Maybe you'll want to stay or they'll keep you. No, I'll give you a 4-year deal, Steven Jackson. Hopefully, Green Bay does not release him this time. For the third time. Okay, just make sure he re-signs. He'd be completely stupid not to because of the amount of times he's been cut. 1 in 16. Oh my god. Yep, okay. Steven Jackson is back in Green Bay. But I don't know if he wants to be back based on this team. Now, actually, I'm gonna look at his season stats, see if he got cut right away or like mid-season again. I'm about to turn. Well, I guess I could always turn like the cutting off manual, but you know, it's more fun if he just kind of ends up somewhere different every year. Yep, once again, 0-0. Okay. I think that's what, the third season that he's had no stats in because he wasn't played at all and cut very early. Wow. Hopefully the Packers... I mean, there's no logical way they can lose a game and go 0-17, is there? There's no way. They can't. They are not that bad. Just run the ball. It's Madden 22. It's proven that running the ball non-stop and not passing will win you games. It's true. Go play MUT squads. You'll figure that out very fast. Or they'll just sit in the gun bunch formation all game and dot you up because this game is impossible to play defense in. 6-11. I mean, they improved by 5 wins. But it's way better than 1-16. Teams love to go 1-16 in Madden 22. I've noticed that. They love to go 1-16 or only 3. He got cut again. Oh my god. Well, okay. You know, Green Bay. I have to sign him to the active roster, yes. I don't know why you can't just sign free agents to whatever deal you want. But my plan is going to be to sign Steven Jackson, if I can, to the max contract, so they can't release him even if they wanted to, or else they will induce heavy cap penalties. That's how angry I am at Green Bay right now. Just for the fact they suck and they keep cutting him, it's just truly depressing, actually. How awful. This is gone. I guess I can look at his career stats before he gets cut, but since he's done nothing the past, 5 seasons... Yep, literally hasn't gotten a carry in about 3 years. Wait, actually, no, I can look at his... I'm gonna look at his stats here and actually see when the last time he got a carry was. Oh, okay, so it doesn't... Okay. It does not keep the seasons where he did nothing counted, so... Yeah, 1, 2... Yeah, there's... Okay, so for the past 3 seasons, he has had not a single stat. It just doesn't count them here, I guess, because there was no point. It would just be a bunch of zeros, so... He has had 3 straight seasons of not touching the ball and being released. Poor Steven Jackson. Man. I went into this thinking, oh, maybe he'll get drafted to a team that really needs a running back. He'll be a great backup if he's not a starter. This will be amazing. It'll go good. Something interesting will happen. Well, I was right about the interesting, but I was not right about anything else. So, what was it, season number 11 or something like that? Oh, you have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. I'm speechless. I just am truly speechless at this point. What is this, 4th time? 4th time. that I've had to go back to this main menu, look at Tom Brady, sign in and load back in, and continue simulating again. 2-15, you've got to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. 2-15 Green Bay. I don't even know why I'm going here. I already know he got cut. I already know that he was cut. Yep. Alright, Green Bay. I didn't want to do this, but you asked for this. I will now be going to free agency, like the off-season, and signing Steven Jackson to a max extension, forcing you to either trade him, which you won't be able to because of the contract, and you can't release him because of the contract. Once again, it'll be too much penalties, so your only option will be to keep him. I don't even know what to say at this point, just... Green Bay can't win. They keep cutting him. I don't... Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, he could have just straight up retired, actually. Did he? Let's find out. Hopefully not, because I want to make Green Bay suffer some more. Najee Harris just retired, wow. So he probably will end up retiring soon, because the last year's draft class is retiring, so... No? Well, I don't know why I keep checking, actually, because he's not on a team. I don't know why I keep going to Green Bay. I guess that's why I'm just so dumb. Keep looking for him on Green Bay like he's going to be there, even though he was a free agent, so... If he's not here, he pretty much retired. So, he is either on a team or just straight up retired. I'm going to check if he is on a team real quick, and if I'm just sitting on the main screen again of the homepage, you know he ended up retiring. Okay, I've looked through the retired little tab. He's not there. So, I'm going to look through the NFL rosters one more time and also free agency one more time. But if he's not there, I'll just wrap up this video. Say he retired, because he most likely did. Okay, so he just retired, I'm guessing, but to make Green Bay pay, to make them pay for releasing Steven Jackson so much, and just kind of taking my anger out on them for sucking, and also the amount of times he got released in his career, I'm going to sign the worst quarterback, running back, and wide receiver to max deals, so I can soak up all their cap and leave them forever stuck. There you go, the 59 overall. Oh, come on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I will offer them as much as I possibly can. There you go. So, he got offered... That's only 105 points for a 7-year, $138 million deal. Alright, whatever. Fine. Now time to go to the lowest overall running back and give him a max deal that I possibly can. So, Green Bay will pay. They will be even worse because they will have no cap space, no good players, and nothing. And I'm not sure what to do heading forward with some of these career resims that I want to do, because I want them to do good, but I kind of want to just leave them at balanced, or a normal depth trait, so they're not like a just superstar X factor. But from what I've noticed, they just kind of do nothing at a normal depth trait. They just don't do much whatsoever. So I don't know if I'll start making them I think I might start making them superstars. I don't know. I think the next one I'll do is I'll make whoever it is, whatever position, I'll make them a superstar. And then if they still do bad, I'll make them an X Factor. And if they still do bad, I don't know what to do. But so the next career sim, I don't know who it's going to be or when it'll be out. But it will be, the person will be a superstar just to see if they play better. Hopefully they do. But this will be the last guy that I need to offer a gigantic contract. And then I can just wrap up the video because he retired. I'll just throw up his stats from the last season he played, which I believe was 2028. So, very, very, very underwhelming career. Was a backup his entire career. Had kind of solid stats. The teams he were on were awful besides Seattle for the first, 3 seasons. Besides that, I think he made the playoffs one time after that with Miami, and then got cut every other season after that, so beautiful. We got all of these guys on massive deals. Perfect. But I'll throw up his stats on the screen right now. I'm just going to take a screenshot of the last time I looked at his career stats because they didn't change. He never got signed again after that, but yeah, that's how he did. Career backup with all of these stats. Solid for not playing 3-4 seasons because he just got cut and didn't get a carry for most of them, so very underwhelming, but it was interesting with him moving around a bunch. That was fun because that's the first time I've ever had that where they move and change teams a bunch, get cut or something like that, leave in free agency. But yeah, I'll stop rambling, and with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.